Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Taylor and I make scrunchies and bows. I've been doing so for 9 years now. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a new program I've been using. It's called Inventora. It's pretty much a inventory management system that combines both my Etsy and my Shopify store and can track what I've been selling, and it also like minuses from each when something sells. Yeah, I'll explain it more soon. But if you do have multiple stores or make multiple different items, this program will be really beneficial for you. Like for example, I do make scrunchies, but I have 4 different sizes in the scrunchies. So you can literally just put in that you've got this material and then you put in how much material it takes to make these different sizes, and then it will automatically do all the math to figure out how many you can make, but also it figures out how many you can sell, and it will, yeah, it won't let you oversell. So I think it's really cool. I've been using it for a couple of weeks now since I relaunched my website for 2023, and I also connected Etsy not long ago. I do have a separate video on me setting up my Etsy site and also my Shopify site, so that is in a bit of a separate video. This program is fantastic for makers and creators that use raw materials or even like things like packaging boxes. It's great. It's got so much potential and there's like so much more that you can do with it than what I've just done. I've only just put materials in and connected a bunch of my products. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel because I'll be doing more videos like this for tips and advice for small business owners. You can also check out my links below to check out Inventora and look at my affiliate link if you like. But I will screen share with you and we'll have a look together. I'm just going to go into the features. So candle businesses and soap businesses are sort of, I guess, what it is aimed to. It is aimed at all creators, but this is why it was made in the first place, I believe. Okay, so these are like the features. Automatically tracks and manages raw material. So as I said, you can put in that you have bronze satin and you can put in how many meters you have, and then it's linked and automatically is deducted when that product sells. And that's just a very simplified version because that's only one item. You can also link it up to, I could probably link it up to like thread and elastic and my labels and probably even like packaging stuff if I wanted to. I don't need to do that though because it's really just the fabric that I keep track of. I can definitely see how like a candle business with all different fragrances, all different wick types, how this would be so beneficial, and yeah, just make it so much easier to keep track of everything. It also has like the low stock alerts for materials and products. So I currently have mine set to 0 because I only have 3 in stock anyway. But I suppose if you had, again, like the candle example, I'm just thinking of my friend that has a candle business and how this would really help her. But yeah, if she got down to like 20 wicks, it would like come up in red. Whereas, yeah, for me, for my scrunchies, I've got it set to 0. So once it sells out, I know that I need to make more. So you can also do gift sets and product bundles, track the inventory for that, which I didn't know that. So that's really cool. I think that'll be great for when I do Christmas launches. Okay, so here's what you can sync it with. I have a Shopify website and I've had that for 3 years. And then I have my Etsy site, which I've had for 9 years. Never had them connected before, and I've actually never had like the exact same products on each. Yeah, I guess when I first started Shopify, I suppose I did, but other than that, it's been sort of harder to keep track of everything. I would accidentally sell out of a fabric, like of a scrunchie on Shopify, and I would like use that last one, but then I would sell it on Etsy by accident with it because I forget to take it off or something, or I forget that I don't have any left. Then Etsy sells it. This is going to be a way better way for me. But the other ones they do are Wix, WooCommerce and Square, really the major ones that I suppose people have, and also calculate the cost of goods in real time. Whenever I put in a raw material like the fabrics, I can put in how much it costs me to order those in, or like in general, and it actually automatically works out how much that product will cost me at the end. Like once I, yeah, do all like the bits and pieces. I'll show you guys soon what I mean. because yeah, I'll go through the whole lot. You can also add team members, which I know isn't very relevant to me, but might be relevant to some of you guys. They also have a great inventory and financial reports available. And here's the pricing. I'm not positive if this is in USD or not, the $19. I'm gonna assume it is, but I could be wrong. It could, yeah, it might not be. The free version, and then you got the $19 monthly version. With the $19 monthly, that's the one I'm using, so you can use the Shopify and Etsy integration. But even the free version is great to just have a go, put in your materials and products. I'm gonna log in and show you what I've got so far. All right, so this is my collection of fabrics. It's only the fabrics I have online, which are part of my year-long release. So it's pretty much the ones that are from like here down. So I haven't included any of these because these are just my market stock. I don't really keep track of those, but I wanted to keep track of the ones I have online only. I did a very rough estimate of how many meters. I sort of flipped them through, but I mean, you can definitely be a bit more pedantic with it and do it down to the centimeter, but I didn't. So yeah, I've just like got my stock level, the unit cost. So the unit cost was a little bit, I don't know, I just sort of like put in what I thought maybe I paid. Like it could be completely off, might be, yeah, it could be anything. And then also where I got it from. This is when I updated everything, so that doesn't really matter. These ones here, so you can also put notes in. Spotlight out of stock. So the SOOS is I can't get any more, so I won't be able to order more because when I purchased it from Spotlight, it was a clearance fabric, or I know that it has since gone on clearance at Spotlight and obviously there's no more available. But they've also got these categories. So I really loved this because when I was setting up the website, and especially setting up the Etsy website, having these color coordinated categories was so much easier. I'm just going to show you what I did with them. So I have like these sheets that I printed out and made. See how I've got colors? So I literally went through and had a look at the colors that I added into this and used them as this. It was just really easy. I hope that makes sense, but I just really like color coordination. Alright, I'm just going to show you the adding material part. So you can use different types of product too. So down the side, because I'm a scrunchie business and I am keeping track of my scrunchies only at the moment, I've got the mini, petite, regular. I don't know why I've got satin there. That one I've just put in wrong. And then I've got the XL. So it's meant to be 4, but it's okay. I like click on each as well. I know exactly what materials I make into what product. So I have say I have 120 fabrics on here, but only 25 of them are for minis, only 23 of them are for petites, and only 38 of them are for XLs. To add a new material, you pretty much just put in the name of the material. I have specific names for my materials. It's the way that my brain works. I can't just keep calling something mustard floral 7 times because I've got about 50 of them along here. Name them after people or after comments, after sometimes I just search baby names and name it after that. So yeah, I just put my material name in. Then yeah, sourced from supplier or made by me, yeah, that sort of thing. Now then you put your like stock level. So it's pretty important to get this part right because otherwise it won't, yeah, it won't work properly. So I've been using meters, but there's so many different, yeah, like look at them all, types of units that you can use. Now the minimum stock level, that's what I was talking about before, how I put 0 and that's when it comes up red, but you could easily put 10, 20, even 50, so then you know that you need to reorder this product. Then the supplier's name. So because I've already used Spotlight and Homecraft Textiles, that's come up. The category. So again, I've color coordinated these and you can change it by like pressing that. But yeah, I've got my mini, petite, regular and XL. Then you can put in the actual order date if you have ordered them recently. When I was doing it, I didn't worry about that. Though I don't use SKUs for anything yet. I just don't need to. And then yeah, you can enter notes. So I entered that so this product can't be ordered more, or of the fabric, but you can enter really anything you like. And then you just add the material and then it'll come in here. There's also these really handy tabs up the top. So the stock level, you can see what is lowest and then what is the highest. You can do the unit cost, what's the cheapest, what is the most expensive, and you can do all that sort of stuff. I guess notes will work, yeah, so you can see all that. Go into my products. Alright, now I'm going to talk about how I actually set everything up. After I entered all my materials, that's when I actually set up my Shopify store and like connected it. And then eventually I also connected my Etsy store. So when I connected the Shopify store, it automatically wrote everything. So obviously it has Alice, it has my Alice mini, it also has like thin, wide, all that sort of stuff, which I was really thankful for that they separated the different types, because in my listing it has two variations. It has a thin and a wide band, so it actually separated that when they added it. So this is where it like gets a little bit tricky if you have as many products as I do. I may only have 120 fabrics that are online, but I actually have like 300 items because of all the different sizes and types. So what I did, I had to go through manually and do this, but you click on the item, you edit the details, and then you put in everything that's available. So it already had the stock level because it was imported from Shopify. This is where it got a little bit more complicated, where you had to use some thinking. But for batch size, I can make 2 scrunchies out of 4.5 inches. So I put in 2. I also put in the material I used, so I was able to link it back to Alice. And then I put 4.5 inches for my regular size. And then it also has a cost breakdown. Obviously it doesn't have the elastic. If I did have the elastic on Inventora, I would just put in add material, and then it would actually tell me exactly how much the whole scrunchie really was. I guess I could add label in too. Here's my integrations. So it's connected to my Shopify product and it's also connected to my Etsy. So when I did upload my Etsy store, it came up with some of them already linked, I guess because the names matched. Some of them weren't correct though, so I had to just go through and just make sure everything was already linked and make sure it was going from the Shopify inventory rather than Etsy, or combining them. So there's like a little toggle section that you can do. Unfortunately, I can't show you this in this video. It's actually in a future vlog, so you'll be able to see it there. And pretty much whenever someone orders, so I've been watching it for a little while now and just making sure it's all working. What will happen is if someone orders Alice in the thin band, it will take it down from my Shopify website. It'll just like -1 and adjust the stock. And then I might show you that. I'm just going to go have a look for one that I know was ordered on my Etsy store. So my baby blue satin scrunchie was ordered recently. So I'm just going to scroll down. Okay, I'm just going to have a look at the adjustment history. Here we go. So here you can see Inventora manually adjusted over here and at -1. And here you can see that I have 0 available because someone else ordered. So I'll go show you what happens on my actual Etsy site as well. But currently for Shopify, it just says out of stock. Okay, and I'll show you what happens when something goes completely out of stock. So on Etsy, it will end up in inactive if it's the only item in that listing. But because I have 2 different types of my thin and wide band, it just minuses it automatically. So as you can see, it says sold out. Now I did ask, they have been super great with replying, because I had so many questions, just random things I wanted to know, and they've been super quick and easy to find out. I have found out that it's better to adjust quantities from Inventora than doing it like through Shopify or through Etsy, because it isn't automatically updating like every second. It like updates like every, I'm probably going to get this completely wrong, like every 20 minutes, you know, that sort of thing. It doesn't automatically do it every second of the day to like scan and check for the inventories. So it's best to manually do it. So I'm going to add in, I've got stock of the baby blue. Just now to add stock, I've been just doing this. So you can click on the red. You can do production, you can do audit. So if you do production, it will minus from the material that you have. If you do audit, I don't believe it will do that. Obviously return, restock, it will probably add the material back maybe, I don't know. And sale, I'm not sure. I'm guessing it will also minus. I'm just going to click audit for now. And I'm just going to, yeah, add in that. And yeah, and then you can also check out what different products you have. So I've got like the bows, the minis, and again it says like everything I need to know. And of course you can check the stock level by just clicking that button. Add in all like your purchases. I've added in a few just because it needed me to do that so I could go to the next window when putting in some materials. But this could be a really great thing to do if you're doing taxes or just need somewhere to keep all your information. So yeah, there's so much. There's so much you can do on here, and they're adding new features like all the time. Oh yeah, and here's like all the history. So I see it says I sold one of the XL Griffins. I had 2 of them, which I have 2 that's in my wall over here, and now I've only got 1. And same with the Green Marie. It says I had 4, now I've got 3. It has so much potential for creators like you and I. It doesn't have to be for just candle makers or, you know, jewelry makers. It can easily be for people making clothing or people making scrunchies, even though scrunchies are a lot easier to keep track of, I suppose, than candles because it has so many different components. Inventora will do all the math equations for you, and it will be able to work out how many of those items you can make, and then it won't oversell as well. So I think it's a fantastic program for people that need an inventory management system. I'm really liking the program so far. I think it will make my life easier. Even just trying to figure out how much more stock I can make of certain products without doing any sort of math in my own head. It just makes it so much easier. And of course, being able to deduct and add from Etsy and Shopify without me having to make stuff or missing making stuff all the time is going to be a massive bonus for me, because I have changed from being made to order to in stock, like ready-made sort of thing. And I was just going to just put those listings up on Etsy and sort of try and juggle between Etsy and Shopify, and if I, you know, oversell on one, like, then I'd have to make it. But the last few weeks I found it's been so much easier having everything in stock, and takes me, you know, 2 hours to do my orders every couple days rather than a whole day just to do my orders when they come in, like from start to finish making them, and making these items in batches as well. It's just, yeah, it's been nice. It's been way quicker, especially like even before I was scrambling to find fabric of if something sells and I haven't made it, and I was like trying to find this fabric and I didn't know where it was. That's happened many times, and it's taken me like over an hour to find it. So it's just such a waste of my time. So this way is so much more simplified and a time saver. Highly recommend if you're looking for something like this or just want to give it a go and try and see if it's going to work for your business. Let me know below if you do give Inventora a go. I know if you have any issues at all. They are so fast at responding. I think I was on at like 2 AM or something doing my Etsy website, and I had a question and I responded within like 5 minutes. So that is fantastic. I hate when you've got an issue and you have to like wait a day or 2 just to get a response. So yeah, they're super quick at responding, very helpful. I feel like the price point is also really good. You can go check them out below. If you have any questions at all, feel free to feel free to comment. I'll try and answer if I know the answer, but if not, you can email them or just message them on Instagram. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's so simple and has so much potential. So thank you so much, Inventora, for sponsoring this video. Thank all you guys for watching it, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye!